All right. We are live. What
Wow,
up, Joe?
we are alive. Cheers. Congratulations to you, to America, to the world.
Meh. We won.
Praise the Lord, for he is good. His
Yep.
love, his mercy, his grace, yours forever.
Oh, we gotta do the dance. YMCA. Oh yeah. Get that dance in there. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's been a few days already, so I'm sure anybody watching this has already figured out who the next president of the United States is going to be. One of my favorite.
Well, I would hope so.
One of my favorite post election things is to look at meltdowns, which we will in a second. But there was one thing that I saw from Elon Musk that was hysterical.
Nice.
That I'm gonna pull up. Like, I just thought of it.
You know, Musk, he does have his moments. He does. He does have his moments of hilarity.
Let's see if I can find the image.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this screen because we've got some election meltdown videos, mostly by there's two people in particular that I've noticed have really good compilations of meltdowns, and that is Mark Dice, which we're gonna watch in a second. So shout out to Mark Dice. Go follow him.
Mark
He's
Dice,
got great content.
He is the man. He's been doing this for like decades,
a long time,
you know.
And he posts like every day at 8:00 a.m. Sometimes more than once a day. I mean, he's constantly pumping out stuff, and yeah, and he does real journalism, and yeah, he's just really funny. So.
Oh yeah, he's funny. He's smart. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, man. He'll go out there in the middle of like the public and do these interesting
So
like
bring
surveys
this over here
and stuff, and he'll get the craziest responses.
All right. Yeah, the other day he was like trying to make people do dog tricks in order to win a Snickers bar. I was like, what?
Order to
So
win a what?
this is something I saw the other day. Elon Musk posted a picture of this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I hear red light helps you sleep at night." And he posted a picture of all the counties that went red versus blue. When you look at it county by county, it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, even California. When you look at California, county by county, when you look at surface area, it's mostly red.
Well, have you been sleeping well?
Because if not,
good. If you
we've got something that'll help you sleep.
If you have, well, then subconsciously you know what's going on.
Yeah. So the only states that even like even Washington doesn't have that much blue. You know, Oregon. I believe it was Washington, Oregon, California, New Mexico, Colorado. They were blue. And then pretty much all of those northeastern states, but they're all normally blue anyways. It really looked like Maine was gonna go Trump, and then I think it ended up going to Kamala. Pretty much everything in that northeast corridor. But the three biggest battleground states, he ended up winning all three of them: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. So.
Oh yeah.
On top of some other battleground states that he didn't get in 2020.
Too, dude.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Georgia went red again. North Carolina.
Yep, as it should have been. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised that Georgia was like, who's in Georgia? That was probably the biggest question in my mind as far as like election integrity goes.
There was a water pipe that broke. Oh, on the same night of the election. Everybody get out. Like, come on, dude.
So if red light helps you sleep at night, then maybe you guys can find a picture of this on the internet. Just Google it like I did, and
Yeah.
or just
Have
look
it
it up
on
on
your
X.
computer screen as
Yeah,
you're sleeping,
and
in your
just
room.
print it out, make a giant
Boom.
poster of it. Because red light helps you sleep. So there you go.
Yeah, it's
So
physically good for you, they say.
yeah, it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna see if I can get this high fidelity. All right. So there's us. Okay, so let's go over here. So this is Mark Dice, and he does kind of the it's a little bit of like a gamer vibe almost, where he's got like his head off to the corner. Usually it's like bottom left or bottom right. So let's check this out. A little full screen this bad boy. And yeah, so the title is Election Meltdowns Going Supernova and Feminist Solutions Are Getting More and More Bizarre. So I realize that this is a reaction to a reaction, but due credit has been given because Mark Dice did all of the work in finding all of these crazy people. And notice how almost all of them are women. Mostly white women.
Of course.
Because that's how that goes. Okay.
For lunatic meltdowns, particularly the feminists on TikTok, every day for the next 4 years. But we'll just celebrate a few more through the weekend, and then we'll maybe move on to a little more serious news. But here are some of the more unhinged of the bunch. Very smart. Break your own TV.
Do it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. That
Can I
TV
take
and
it?
that up. Do it. I'll
Do
buy
it, man. Wow.
So,
Ugh.
now that the orange
Oh, okay.
They
hold
broke
on,
their
hold on.
TV. What a bunch of morons.
Listen, she's got a good kick. Okay.
That was a good kick. I mean,
That was
it was
a good kick.
It was a good
I
stomp
mean, I
kick.
thought it was going to be several, but she literally one.
She just one
Wow.
kicked it.
one
And
kick.
yeah, her other friend was weak compared to her. All right, let's see what this
I'd rather not see what
non-binary
this
gender
thing is.
fluid individual has to say.
I don't want to know
Kurt
anything
has
about
won.
fluids.
We should now rename America Hell, because it is going to be hell on Earth. Once
You know
they-
what's hell
teeth?
on earth?
Okay.
Those teeth.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Your
Did
hell
you
on
say
earth is
that
those
right?
teeth and your glasses. Okay. And
I
your
think
voice.
the teeth
yeah.
are worse. I think the teeth are worse. The glasses are just obnoxious. The teeth are like, what? What is going
Yeah.
on with your face in there?
The
Okay.
voice to go along with it is perfect.
Oh yeah.
they strip everyone's rights away, that is
And by the way, the lack of ability of growing facial hair, but he's
And you
he's
see what he
trying
just said?
anyways.
You see what it just said?
Oh no, hold on.
Everyone's a freedom or
rename
stuff.
America Hell, because it is going to be hell on Earth. Once they strip everyone's rights away, that is no straight
Oh
white
yeah,
cis
they're
man.
gonna strip everyone's rights away.
If
Well,
you're not
rights.
a straight white cis man, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah. But I guess he's not. So I think it's so ridiculous how they keep pulling up these lies. And the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why, is because people were tired of the lies. Only the weirdos like this individual were believing these lies. Because Trump is like one of the most liberal Republicans there is. He put abortion back to this. I mean, he didn't specifically, but he kind of like played a big hand in it, getting the abortion back to the states. But it's like, okay, but he's not trying to do a nationwide abortion ban. That's not one of his policies.
Plus, you're a dude. You can't even murder a child in your womb.
Well, assuming it is a man. I don't know. Who knows these days?
Well, that's true. That's
So buckle up. Hope you freaking Republicans are happy.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
out of here.
Oh gosh.
people are very happy. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. No, I can't. No, I'm sorry. Listen, it's not about look. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Do you
I
want to
can't.
skip this one?
Yeah, skip it, please. I can't. I'm sorry.
You're gonna throw up in your
eyes?
mouth.
My eyes have a certain standard. I'm sorry.
I don't know where the neck is. It's like
I can't.
like when Peter Griffin decided to gain weight.
No, well, that's when Peter Griffin actually got her his sex change. There you go.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, all right. So we'll start here.
Ready to?
Okay.
Oh,
Having ice cream.
The richest person in the world. You started 3 of the biggest companies in
Okay,
history.
thank you.
That's not a worry.
Oh, what? Having ice cream. Something about having ice cream. I
he
think
had a bit much.
way too much ice cream. Look, I like ice cream as much as the next guy, but you know, moderation.
That wasn't a guy. That was a cow. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. Cows are
You went
cute.
from being
Oh, sorry. What?
I was just saying, cows are cute.
Yeah, sometimes.
golden boy. We all love.
If you saw yesterday's video about the feminist meltdowns, there was a woman who thinks that there's a new trend on TikTok where the feminist women are going to start wearing blue bracelets to differentiate themselves from normal women. And this one probably hasn't heard about that yet. So instead, to be able to identify normal people, she wants us to just wear our MAGA hats wherever we go.
I say we pass a law that requires anyone who voted for that orange piece of shit to wear their Trump hat 24/7.
Spooky.
Anything else?
Because conservatives are dangerous.
No, what would be dangerous is actually wearing a MAGA hat outside in most areas of the country, or many of them, especially now.
So I'm liking what I'm hearing about the.
So I actually do wear my MAGA hat out in public. I went to the grocery store the other day, and
Yeah.
me and all the other people wearing our MAGA hats were like, "Yeah, what's up?" It was a good time. We were
It
all
must
like,
have been, you know?
we were all like this. Yeah, I gave somebody a fist bump. Like,
Yeah, finally getting out of like the being able to come out of the woodwork, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Blue friendship bracelet movement, but I personally want something more permanent, more serious. I'm wholeheartedly devoted to what I believe in, and that's love. So can we come up with a tattoo and placement of that tattoo
Yeah.
to mark ourselves,
Like the beast.
to identify ourselves to other women and men
Wow, and man,
who
so inclusive.
share our values,
Mm.
who know that we are a safe person to be with.
Satan.
I will gladly get this agreed upon tattoo.
666.
That, I'd like to get it today, but I'm
Yeah,
sure we can't.
Right
agree
above that scar on
quickly.
your forehead.
And well,
Oh
just a
gosh! Oh! Oh! What is that?
What is that?
Do you want to skip? That's a,
That's
this
a
one's.
woman.
This
A
is
man
nah.
woman.
I don't know what that is. Hold
That's
on.
a woman, a man woman.
That one's kind of scaring me. I'm gonna.
or hyperventilating, or even wearing a nose ring, which seems to be the new signifier that these creatures wear to identify one another. She posted this rather lengthy.
I like a good nose ring, but he is right. I mean, liberal women tend to have those nose rings.
Video. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, detailing her plan for how women can survive the Trump administration.
I'm sorry. Don't get pregnant right now. I'm sorry. It's your life. You do what you want. My advice to you for your safety is to not get pregnant right now. I am not going to get pregnant right now,
She's
even
not
though I would
blinking.
love to have a family one day. That dream just went out the window forever unless I move to another country. I am not having a baby
Oh, she
in the
does.
United
Pause, okay.
States.
Pause.
I won't do it.
Pause. Okay.
She's got crazy eyes. Look at
Okay,
those crazy
okay,
eyes.
So she said she's telling other women to not get pregnant.
Yeah.
Yet she herself wants to get pregnant and start a family, but now she can't under the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Even though the women she's talking to probably just want to murder and kill their babies in the womb. But yeah,
Right.
she's saying not to have kids, even though she wants one.
Yeah.
So is she saying that life is going to be so bad because taxes are probably going to be lowered? There's going to be a lot more freedom. There's going to be more prosperity. I guess I'm kind of confused.
I'm a little
I don't
confused too because I
understand.
thought the argument was that they think that Trump wants to do a nationwide abortion ban.
Right, but yet she said she wants a family. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
the
So I
opposite. It-
yeah, I
okay, well,
thought that was the argument, was the nationwide abortion ban argument.
right. Even though it was actually taken back to the states
Right.
under Trump, but okay, okay, I
Yeah,
digress.
because he's never mentioned that he wants to do that. He literally took it back to the states. And the other thing too that I think they've been talking about is that they want to criminalize people who move to another country to get an abortion, or not another country, sorry, another state. Like if you live in a state where it's illegal to get an abortion past a certain level and you want to get one, then you go to a different state and you get it done in that state. So people have been doing that, but they want to try to criminalize that. And
I don't
it's
know
like
who they are.
and they are, but I think that's happening at the state level. I don't think
That's a
I've
state
heard.
level again. That has
Yeah,
right.
I think that's happening at the state level. So it's one of
So,
those things where it's like,
again.
okay, like if that's really, I'm not saying that I support this at all, because I'm an abolitionist. I just think that the whole issue it should just be illegal all the time. If it was up to me, I would do a nationwide abortion ban, at 0 weeks, right? The 0 of 0, as in like criminalize the day after pill. Like that's where I would go with this. But anyways, it seems like that's the argument is like, oh, but they want to criminalize it, and I think some states are criminalizing it, but the thing is, like, if they wanted to, they could just live in another state, and it's like, oh, well, that's
But-
so difficult though. I'd have to uproot my life, and it's
But
like,
do you
yeah,
see
but
the
I mean,
irony?
you know, they
But
could
look
do
at
it
the
though.
irony. She's not even talking about abortion. She's talking about she herself wants to have a family.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah, it
the
doesn't
opposite.
make any sense.
It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't understand that argument
If
at all.
anything, you should tell people, yeah, now is the time because now you might be able to afford diapers and baby food. Duh. You know, doesn't make any sense.
I
But,
think
you know, that's okay.
I think the thought is that, like, you know what, I bet this is the argument. The argument is, you know, because it's so obvious, because all the news media have been saying that Trump is a racist and a rapist and a everything else, right? That we're raising children in a country where everybody that voted for Trump is also a racist and rapist. So we're living in a country of rapists and racists. And so she doesn't want to bring up her children in that environment. Maybe that's the argument, right? Because everybody who voted for Trump is a racist and a rapist.
So basically, her argument is basically just the mainstream media talking points. She really doesn't have any type of her own opinion, just like basically
Yeah.
every liberal out there. Okay,
But how
cool.
can you argue with those crazy eyes?
All right, no, I know. They literally match perfect with the shirt, though.
She looks like she would bite you, right? Doesn't that?
Said bite.
Yeah, bite.
Yeah,
BITE.
yeah, bite. Oh yeah.
She just
No,
has
she
that
would- she
face
would-
on her,
not
like
a nibble though.
no,
She would
like
take a chunk,
like a male soccer player kind of bite,
like a
you know,
chunk. Yeah, like Tyson.
like Tyson, yeah.
Thank you.
Another thing that you may really disagree with, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I care about you and I want you to be
thanks.
safe. If you and your male partner voted differently this election, if he voted for that man, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. I'm sorry.
I'll tell my
I'm
wife
sorry,
that she
you
needs
need
to
to
leave
I'm
me.
sorry.
Yes, please
I'm sorry,
do him
who
a
is
favor.
this? Who is this weirdo? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, take advice from me, even though I don't know you at all.
Yeah.
I don't know about your situation. I don't know about your life. I really have no clue. But hey, listen to me. Go ahead and leave him, okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead and leave the only person in your life who has some common
But
sense. Okay?
that's their religion. It's the
Yeah,
religion
exactly.
of we don't forgive. We talked about
That
this
their-
last episode.
Their
It's
God is God. Is the
their
government.
religion has zero forgiveness.
Exactly.
Favor and get out of his life. And men, what are you doing marrying liberal women anyway? Yesterday on The View, the old bags were bickering about the usual. And that show, by the way, is the most watched daytime talk show.
So I don't know if they're. Where's the meltdown? I think the rest of it is like the people on The View melting down over. Oh, yeah, here's somebody melting down here. I want to try to just keep it to like individuals, not like organizations. All right, let's see.
This other angry black woman who is a teacher at a public school somewhere
Oh.
recorded a
Teacher at a public school having a meltdown the morning after election day. All my students are black. What?
video of herself lecturing her students who are all black, telling
Okay.
them that because Donald Trump
Oh.
is now going to be the next president again, and a black woman didn't get the job,
Yeah.
the DEI hire, that their lives are now ruined.
Unfortunately, because of the color of your skin, You gotta be 3 times as good.
3 times.
3. Where is this math class? Is she?
I like the way
Is she teaching
I like the way
math?
he just said that. He said 3 times.
Yeah. This is math class. 3 times W for
Plus,
white
actually,
equals
that's so,
B for black.
Plus, think about it, Kyle. That's so false because let me ask you this: did Kamala Harris get 1 vote to become the nominee?
Right. Yeah.
Oh no,
So
she
it's
did
actually,
not.
if anything, you need to flip the equation around. It's
Exactly. It
3
seems like all you have to
times
do is be
B
yeah, it seems like all you
equals.
have to do is be a female and then like brown, I guess. I don't know. She's not even black. She's like Indian or something, and maybe part black. Who knows?
She's
But,
half
you know,
Jamaican and half Indian American.
Yeah, exactly.
As in from India. So
But anyway,
is she black? Yes, but is she African American? No.
but she was raised more Indian though in the culture. See?
Yeah, except for when she's talking to people that are like a majority black area, like when she was doing her rallies, and
Oh
they were
yeah.
then all of a sudden she was black in some places, Indian in some other places. She was Jewish in some places because she has a Jewish husband,
oy
so
vey.
basically she's Jewish, you know.
Oy vey, oy vey.
We don't have time for this anymore. I don't have time for interruptions. I don't have time for y'all to be unfocused because y'all need to get y'all educated. This matters. And I gotta make sure that y'all are prepared to be 3 times as good. To step into any room and understand that you belong to be there.
Oh, I hear the care in her voice, but she's misguided.
I mean, it's scary. The thing is, dude, it's scary because she actually believes
She
what
does.
she's saying.
She does. I can
That's
hear
the
that
scary
she's being
part, is
real.
that she
You know what I mean?
literally she believes what
And
she's
I can tell
saying.
she cares about her students.
Like that's the sick part is she
Yeah.
actually believes this
Yeah,
stuff.
she's been
She's been
brainwashed.
programmed by the
Yeah.
leftists. I
Yeah.
mean, she's literally a bot
Yeah.
for leftists. She's a bot. She has
Yeah.
she has no discernment of reality. What she sees, none of that matters.
So sad.
None of that matters.
So sad. And it's not true. You know, maybe some good will come out of it because maybe she'll teach better because she really believes that, and so she'll do better at teaching, and because of that lie, good can come out of it.
And
even
maybe
though
when
it's
she
not
goes to
true.
the grocery store and realizes, wow, I can actually afford double the things, and I can actually
No,
drive to
3
work
times, Joe. It was
and
3
not have to
times.
fill my gas tank every 3 days. Like, wow, actually, this is interesting. What happened? Oh, I guess Kamala's policies kicked in 2 years after Trump got into office.
It's serious.
I'm serious, yo. Joy Reid on MSN.
All right, and then he's talking about his T-shirts and stuff. All right, so let's see what the next one is here. I got a few of these.
All right,
We got. We'll try to just
The
stick
2024 presidential.
Was that the same one? It looks
That
like it's
is.
the same one. Hold on. No, it's different. It just started
Oh,
off the
it's
same.
different? Okay. Oh yeah, more election.
This poor
law.
girl doesn't think she's ever going to be able to go to work again because Kamala Harris lost.
How am I supposed to go to work?
Wait for
How
it.
am I supposed to go to work and
Yes.
do all of my normal daily activities
Yes.
when I know that we all just chose for things to get exponentially harder?
Do you even know what Kamala's policy was on how we were gonna get the economy back on track?
No.
I think it was something like, well, it was a combination of things, because you know how she flip flops and everything, right? So, on the one hand, our economy is actually really great right now, if you didn't already know. So we don't need to fix anything because the economy is great. So that's one of her stances. But when she's slightly more truthful, she'll be like, okay, well, this is how we're gonna, bring things back. I think she mentioned certain taxes on the wealthy or something like that.
It's the same old freaking
Yeah.
Democrat leftist
Tax the rich.
playbook. Oh, we're gonna tax the rich.
Yeah, and
has
it's
no
like fun
plan.
fact. Actually, the richest people in America pay for like
Are leftist
95% of our
Democrats.
taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They all own Amazon and all the new. It's so stupid.
it is pretty stupid. Yeah,
It's stupid. That's all. I
the
can
rich
say.
already pay for most of the taxes.
Plus,
as it
that's
is.
not a plan. That's not no. How will you actually do it? She doesn't know. They don't have a plan. All they do is
doesn't.
tax. They have no
Well,
plan.
she when she said how she was going to do things differently from Biden, she was like, "I'm not going to." Basically, she was like,
Exactly.
He does everything right. I'm just going to follow in his footsteps." And it's like, "Oh, so 4 more years of Biden? No thanks."
He does everything right to destroy America.
That
Yep,
was basically what she said. I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Oh, she did say that. Yeah.
Or harder, meaning you're not going to get free handouts from the Democrat Party, and they're not going to forgive your student loans. So yeah, you better get your butt to work, young lady.
Oh.
That was cool.
happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Okay, that's a weird commercial.
This is a message to anyone who follows me. If you voted for Trump,
Okay, you know how you can tell that she's a liberal? Nose ring. I mean, I'm not saying that every lady who has a nose ring is, but I mean, it seems pretty likely. It seems like a lot of them do.
I mean, I could tell just because of the way she's coming across already.
Yeah. Just look at that face.
Yeah.
Look at the face.
Crazy. Yeah.
And the cat
Literal
in
crazy
the
face.
background. Look at that cat. A cat poster in the background. Yeah. She voted for Kamala. Look at that cat.
unfollow me and block me. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me. The fact that it's this close means I've lost all hope in the American people. Like, it should not be this close. Why would
it wasn't close, actually.
What is she talking about? Close?
It wasn't that close. He won pretty decisively.
No, what are you talking about? It wasn't even. It was like he just obliterated her.
Yeah, pretty much. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. 2024.
Why do you think they called, dude? Do you think they would have called it by like 11 o'clock p.m. or midnight if it was close?
Let's see.
Dude.
301 to 226.
Yeah, that was close.
Close, so close. She was right there. Yeah, look at that. Look at how far over the line he is. Arizona needs to wake up. Look at that, and Trump's gonna win Arizona too.
Yeah, we already thought he won that, so that's foolish, right?
Yeah,
there.
and that's 11 electoral votes. So I think that's the only one left. I don't see any others. Everybody else is either red or blue.
Yeah, exactly.
So Arizona's the only one left. Donald Trump's going to win that, and then he'll have 11 more votes, putting him at 312. So, yeah, it was close. Close, yeah. How about that Senate majority? Not as much of a lead as the president there, but 53.
Hey,
so we have a majority.
Hey,
there we have
huge.
a majority. And how's the House looking? 212 out of 218. We almost have a majority in the House as well. Yeah. But it was close. It was close.
anyone vote for this person? He's so evil. He's so demented. Kamala's not perfect. We all know that.
Yeah. I'm glad she's honest about it, right? I mean, we all know Kamala's not perfect, you know.
I mean, she's talking about being demented. I don't know. She
Look at
should
that
have a mirror
face.
set up while she's giving her speech.
Right? I think she probably is able to see herself in her camera.
Yeah.
But she probably thinks she looks great, so. And what is she?
Yeah, and
Is she
that
wearing
satin
pajamas
silk
while she's doing this?
Shirt or pajama thing.
She's a complete moron. And birds of the feather flock together.
Is anyone else having a meltdown?
Yes.
Oh, there's that nose ring. And the tattoos. I think there's a tattoo on the side of her face.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And thankfully, for our enjoyment, instead of them calling some of their girlfriends on the phone and talking like normal people used to, they are recording themselves melting down on the phone and then sharing it with the entire internet.
I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to wait. I'm so stressed. How you can't look out into the world, into the people of this country and see what's happening.
We're making America great again. That's what's happening.
And how hard we're all fighting for rights not to be taken away.
What rights?
I personally
Exactly,
think that
yeah,
if all of these men
I'm
are
sorry,
voting to
dude.
take our rights
Pause it,
away,
pause
they
it.
don't
I
deserve
just-
to touch a woman.
I can't stand that, dude. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
sick
like
and
the
tired.
same
What are they
argument.
talking about? What rights, man?
It's the same argument.
That's their talking point. You see, I
Yeah.
really hope people who are watching this and will watch this realize that when they say, "Oh, take away rights," and this, there's no foundation to what they're saying. It's literal fantasy land.
Yeah.
If anything, we're gonna get more rights, more freedom. Hello.
Yeah, I don't think they are, as far as I know, they are not trying to criminalize people moving to a different state to get an abortion. Again, I don't personally agree
I don't even care
on any
about
of that, but
about the abortion bull crap, whether they move there or not. Is that it? You see that old lady? That old lady, guess what? She ain't gonna have an abortion. She ain't even gonna have a kid, all right? So she's talking about rights.
Yeah.
What the hell is she talking about? No,
I
seriously,
think
what is she
it's
talking about?
like LGBT stuff maybe that they could be talking about, because I think they think that he's like anti-gay, but he's not.
He's not.
He's
more
not anti-gay.
pro-gay than freaking who knows. Didn't he have Jenner like in his thing for a while? Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner or whatever.
The way you said
They
that
were like
came across a little
buddies.
weird.
They were like buddies, you know. Weird, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Bruce, Caitlyn, whatever they go by. They're like one of the old school ones, right? Like they're not as demented as some of the newer ones. They're like kind of more of a level head.
I was actually
Literally,
very against a lot of the stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Literally, who's the weirdo dude? Who was the Bud Light? He put Bud Light stock down the trash. Dylan. Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. So Bruce actually called him out. Bruce was like, "Yo, like, you need to learn how to tuck your junk in if you're gonna try to pretend to be a woman and actually shave your face." And like, he was like, he was coming down on Dylan, like, "Bro, if you're gonna try to be a chick, at least do it right.
If you're gonna represent, you better represent right. Okay.
Tuck your junk in, shave your face, like, stop looking like you."
You know what's a shame though with this girl here? What's a shame is she's got a really good eyebrow game going. You know, that's a shame. You know? No, she's got a heck of a brow game
For the next 4 years. So, hope you thought that through, you guys.
Thank you for this public service announcement, because Donald Trump voters would be best to definitely stay away from you and your kind.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Especially in Florida.
Where Florida actually went for Donald Trump, meaning that the majority of citizens there support the...
And what are the things on her hand? Look at those nails. Those are some crazy nails. And then she's got some weird rings on. Like, what is she doing?
No, that's the coin ring.
It's a coin ring.
Yeah.
And the nails are just interesting. Okay, all right, whatever.
MAGA agenda? I don't think they'll have any problem.
Because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan. And I'm dead serious.
The 4B movement is a feminist idea where they refuse to date men, to get married, or to sleep with them, or to have children. So basically, it's a bunch of lesbians.
America, how could you do?
So 4B just means that they're gonna be nuns now? Like, what does that mean? Like,
no, they're gonna be like lesbians.
Lesbian or nuns?
Yeah, lesbians.
So they're just gonna be lesbians. Okay.
Exactly. So you're not gonna date anybody. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, all the men who might have wanted to, be around that.
And I'm just saying, so the guys are gonna be like,
person.
okay, fine, I'll just move to the next one.
Yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea. So bye, Felicia.
I mean, let's just be honest, especially for non-Christian men. It's like, okay, come on. Okay, next, I'll just get someone who actually wants to get with me, you know?
I don't think they thought this through.
No, they didn't.
This to us again. What the fuck? How are we supposed to live another 4 years like this? What the hell?
Like that? I don't know.
What did you do to us?
I don't know if this one is a troll or if this one is being sincere, but the fact that it's impossible to tell the difference shows just how whacked out these people are. A lot of people are sharing this online, thinking that
this
it's
one
an
is actually a
authentic white
troll.
dudes for Harris, but this is a known old school YouTube troll.
Okay, so he rips his shirt and he has a very ugly chest, as you can probably tell. So we're gonna skip past this. Let's see.
Oh, look at this! Look at this thing coming up.
I know.
Look at this
Alright,
one.
what do we got going on here? Oh, there it is.
Really, dude?
I tried to get past it.
He lives from TikTok melting down, and then we'll get into the news anchor's reaction, who
Oh,
are
look what
the
we got
woke
there.
mind virus.
professional.
Hey, and look what we got there on her nose.
Oh, there it is. And the liberal glasses too. She's got the lib glasses.
Oh yeah, and the haircut. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. I think she needs to fire her barber. Look at those edges. Look at they're all different sizes. Did she do that herself?
Maintain their composure.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today.
Okay.
I'm sure psychotic medication.
Yeah.
And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids, and she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, and we both kind of nodded. Like we were both
Crazy.
just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes.
She saw the nose ring and the haircut. She's like, oh yeah, this is one of those. Retards of the feather flock together. Okay. But it's not just young feminists who have been duped by the multi-billion-dollar information warfare machine into breaking down into tears. Here is Kamala Harris's husband, Doug
buddy probably
Emhoff,
broke down in
and his
tears.
daughter.
One of my old high school
That's
friends.
his daughter? That's Kamala Harris's stepdaughter. Wow, she looks like a raging liberal. Look at those glasses.
Yeah, you can't get any more than
That's the husband, and that's Walls.
And Tampon Tim, who is surprisingly maintaining his composure a little bit better. As you can see, Ms. Emhoff, or whatever Doug's pronouns are, is breaking down. Here's a clown news anchor on site as the mentally enslaved away.
Mentally enslaved, yes.
All right, so that's CNN. Who else we got going on here? I want to see like just the individual reaction. You got what's her face, the press secretary, or former press secretary. These guys over here, and Joy Reid.
Ugh, racist.
He has a liberal tears mug that you can buy. I was really tempted to buy this at some point. I might still buy it. I don't know, maybe. I'm more of an iced coffee kind of guy myself though, so I might just see if like I can get a sticker and just stick it on my Stanley, like liberal tears.
Cool.
So
Salty.
What do you think? Should we do? He's got quite a few of these, but
should we take a look at some more of the?
So there's that one. And
They're
there's
back.
This one. What do you think? We'll just do. Look at this. I just woke up and saw the results. I swear to. Yeah, of course you would. I'm done with you self-hating, disgusting, racist female dogs. There we go. And she's crying with that. She's got an
Or laughing.
angry.
Well, she could be laughing.
Could be. Let's find out.
Feminist liberal meltdowns. I think we shall.
I'm f***ing feral today.
There's the nose ring. And what is
There
that
it
on
is.
her face? Look at those glasses.
I mean, those are pretty rad. Okay, those are like 70s guys glasses. But there it is, right? The little
yeah,
nose
the
ring
little
is right there.
little nose ring that could.
Because she actually wants to look good. You know, she still wants to look good.
Mm-hmm.
She's got that aura about her. Yet she's liberal.
Feral! If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact. Do not square up at me. Don't act like you know me. Like, I want to eat. Like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
Okay, pause. Didn't you just say the other lady looked like she was gonna bite someone?
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, She's feeling feral, as in like an animal, like she wants to eat.
Dude, when she when she was
human
sitting there, and all of a
flesh.
sudden she attacked the camera with her teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, that was creepy.
Yeah.
That scared me. I was frightened for my life.
I actually wasn't. I was thinking like, okay, so she is mentally deranged, and if the right scenario occurs, she feels like it's okay to commit cannibalism. Like,
yes.
Okay. Like, but I mean, I'm not worried, because if she came at me, like, I would be like, get out of here.
Well, you got to understand though, from her mindset, from her heart.
Yeah.
Now that she's not going to be able to actually like get pregnant and be able to eat her own child, has to consume other human flesh.
Yeah, other than her unborn children.
Exactly. So.
Okay, there's this thing here. She looks like she doesn't look liberal, actually. She doesn't look like a liberal. She looks normal. So.
What I'm hearing is there's a blue bracelet that
except for
we need to wear, because I want to make sure
nails
that nobody ever thinks that I am one of the apparently majority of white women who voted for Donald Trump. I do not want.
So she is denying the election results. Oh,
she's
takes
going
two to
straight to jail.
tango.
Straight to jail.
Apparently.
I want you ever to think that I was one of them. So,
don't you
is there a particular bracelet? Do we just make it ourselves?
So I guess she's referring to this like blue bracelet that everybody's going to start wearing, and if you wear this blue bracelet, then everybody will know that you voted for Kamala.
And everyone will start laughing at you.
Why don't they just wear a hat? Wouldn't that be more obvious? I don't like walk around staring at people's wrists. I need it to be more obvious. Like, if they need like a I would have made America terrible hat, and it's like completely blue or something. Like,
they could do that, or they could just have a blue hat with a big picture of Kamala on the front. Laughing.
Yeah, just a picture of her cackling.
Yeah,
like that AI image that we used a few weeks ago of her.
That manly one.
Yeah, it was really good.
Let me know.
Oh, they're trying to make those illegal in California. Did you hear about that? They're trying to make it illegal to do like deepfake memes and stuff in California.
And California sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Forgive me my language.
And so Elon Musk did something like that on X, and Gavin was like, "This is terrible and in bad taste, and I'm actually going to be signing a bill into law that says that this is going to be illegal." And Elon was like, "Actually, I just checked my sources, and according to Mr. Sugon, and then it's something else. It's okay to do these or something like that." It was inappropriate, but it was like,
I mean, dude, why doesn't anybody call these people out? I mean, he literally wants to take away freedom of speech, man.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
can't do that.
Freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
Yeah. Yep.
No. Send me a link. What do we do?
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black woman because I'm angry.
What is that on her face? Look at that. 3, 4. She's got 6 of them. And a nose ring. Jinx. Oh, this is so satisfying to watch these.
I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm angry as bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. We always finish last. We always come last.
Oh gosh, here it is again with the race again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We always come last. About what are you talking about?
Because
you were in the presidency for 4 years. What? After cheating? What?
Black. Because she's black. It's like, oh, she lost because she's black. That's the argument, right?
That's so stupid. That's like saying, oh, look, an Italian Venezuelan ran and he lost. Oh, that's so terrible.
Right. Who was it that was in office for 8 years? Obama.
If he was a leftist freaking godless fool, I'd be like, okay, amen.
Yeah. I just the argument makes you. if it's a black thing, it's like, okay, literally Obama was in for 8 years. He ran and then he got reelected. So it's is it a black female thing? Is it a female thing? Is she playing the female card right now? Because a female has tried to run for presidency twice in the last 10 years now and lost twice. Both of them lost to Donald Trump, actually.
Good for him.
That's kind of funny when you think about it.
Ironic. It's beautiful.
A little bit.
Poetic justice.
Yeah. So the thing about the female president thing is I'm actually more of a feminist than my wife is. I think it would be okay if we had a woman president. I don't think she thinks that we should have a woman president at all. And maybe she's right. But my thought is like, okay, but if it's like a woman who has very strong presence and she has a good head on her shoulders, and she can talk the talk, walk the walk, and she has a good track record, and like if she can do the job, then she could be but Kamala was literally like she was not even elected. Nobody voted for her. And then they're surprised when she lost. Like the only reason she did so well is because they spent so much money putting her in every ad everywhere. I was getting sick and tired of seeing her face all the time. And all the
I know,
ads.
it's terrible. Oh.
They paid so much money. I bet they paid billions and billions of dollars on those ads. It's ridiculous.
Body, even our own men. And you niggas mamas be black.
I'm so glad you guys got.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh, that's a heck of a face right there. Good pause.
Oh yeah, that's the face that the previous lady is going to be making an hour after she drinks that bottle.
Yep, exactly.
And throwing up all over herself.
I am screenshotting that one.
Yeah. Here, I'll move this out of the way here. There you go. Get you a better picture.
Perfect.
You got it?
Yeah. Nice.
Got your cheap ass groceries and your cheap ass gas because you're broke as shit.
But
you're broke. You're broke. Broke. I said I'm being serious. You're broke.
Sorry.
So her argument was that we lost because we're broke. Oh, I get it. Okay, that was right. Okay, so I've heard this one before. So the argument is that which actually I kind of like this argument because they're admitting that the economy is bad. So they're like,
right,
okay,
exactly.
so Trump will fix the economy. However, you're going to vote for this guy even though he's a racist and he's a, all these things that they try to say that he is, racist and a rapist and a misogynist and a blah 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 blah, all the things. And it's like they've painted him as Hitler, right? It's like you would rather vote for Hitler and fix the economy than vote for somebody who will keep the economy terrible and who isn't Hitler. And it's like, one, can we please stop calling him Hitler? Because that's literally why he was almost assassinated twice.
I hope people realize everybody that voted out, that's all propaganda and it's foolishness. That's why Trump won and then like a tidal wave, okay?
Yeah.
Wasn't even close. People understand now that that's all BS.
It's all lies.
It's all propaganda,
he
it's
doesn't
all mind control.
He's way less racist than Joe Biden, and that's a low bar because Joe Biden's an actual racist.
You know what's crazy about all that, Kyle, is the fact that there's a quote where Hitler says, if you say something loud enough and enough times, people will start believing it. That's exactly what the left does. That's exactly what the media does, right?
Yep.
They keep repeating the same old, tired old arguments, same old accusations over and over. So people like these people, you get these results of insanity.
She's missing a nose ring, but her mouth is oddly black.
I think the hardest part of all of this is just like thinking about all the men who were just like...
Does she have teeth?
The economy...
Oh, she does. Okay.
Woman
the
of
lighting.
My life. The economy... Woman of my life.
So would you rather vote to have a woman president or a good economy? Yeah, no, I'd rather vote for having a better economy.
Yeah, because that helps everyone.
Yeah,
Hello,
I don't
not just your
understand
little See, they don't care about that. They don't care about helping the entire country. No, they just want little tiny sections to be helped. You know, whatever that means.
But it's like, so her argument is that we should have voted for a woman to be president at the cost of the economy potentially either staying the same or getting worse. That does seem to be the argument she's making. And look at that face. Oh, I'm good, getting some good freeze faces here.
It'd be perfect if snot was running down her nose, though. Oh, dude.
What the hell? This is not okay.
What is that? What is this creature?
That's called
non-binary, two-spirited.
Yes, non-binary, two-spirit rage.
Sociopath. Okay, all right.
Rage, yeah.
This is not okay. This simply will not do, and this is not okay, and I'm not good with this.
What we got going on over here? Is that a plant? We got a ship and a. How did he get the stuff up there so high?
He's a tall dude.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's really tall. Like, did he just get up a stepladder and he's like, all right, I'm gonna put my model ship up here on the top? Like, this is a very weird.
He's got extendable, dude. No, he's got non-binary arms. They can kind of...
Just takes his arm and he detaches it from his body.
Like Inspector Gadget. Yeah.
Yeah. Just reaches way up there.
Yeah.
This is sick.
That's true.
This is sick.
That's true.
That should not be there. And that's wrong. And you're wrong. And everything is wrong.
Why would anyone record the...
Yeah, so he's basically like, why do people do this? Why do people scream into their phones? For our amusement, apparently. Apparently.
The thing is, man, like, when I saw the dude, just the last one, the non-binary, and then the or feminine one before him, they're both feminine.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, you know, I really feel bad for them, you know? I really do pray that the Lord will call them out of the darkness, you know? Because, man, that really stinks to be in that mental state and to literally feel hopeless like that, even though it's totally fake.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like we've seen this particular one
themselves
already.
crying and then post it on the internet to share with the world. Notice there is a pattern amongst most of these. They tend to be young feminist women.
Yep. And
I always knew that America hated
All right, this will be the last one here.
I knew America hated women, that we weren't seen, we weren't heard, we weren't valued. I knew American women hated women.
Oh no, when you walk down the street, honey, people see you.
I just did not know how much we were truly hated until this morning.
Okay, I think I've had about enough of that. Okay. But I mean, you can follow Mark Dice and see all of that. He's been faithfully posting these things. This is good stuff here.
I think that one there.
Yeah.
Was the most ridiculous one.
This one?
I gotta say, this one right here.
This one, really?
I'm not talking about because of the you know, obviously there was no rage or no. I'm just talking about what she said. The fact that she thinks America hates women, like it's like.
Yeah.
It's just. I'm sorry. Enough. I just can't. I can't, man. I can't.
All right, so some crazy reactions that people have had about the election, for better or for worse. And and they'll continue. So Mark Dice has got some stuff. Sky News Australia has been following they've had some of the same ones, so you might see some of the same
Sky
repeats.
News AU, Australia, they're fantastic.
Yeah, so that's another one where you can find some of those. And oh my goodness, my wife is putting lots of comments. I didn't see them because I had the reactions pulled up in a separate tab. Let's see. Elon Musk is awesome. I guess my life is over since I'm a woman. LOL. I wish it was one of his policies. I will have all the babies. My wife said, I will have all of the babies. Probably talking about that one lady who was like, well, women don't have any children because it's because Donald Trump won, therefore you can't have children.
Yeah, totally goes. That's totally opposite, but okay.
Yeah, people are equating miscarriage and abortion, and it makes me so angry. Yes, people have been calling miscarriages abortions, and it is definitely anger inducing to
Who the heck is doing
conflate
that?
those. People on the internet.
Well,
yeah.
that's.
This is why we homeschool those poor kids. She's victimizing her students, not encouraging them. Socialism. He won by a lot. Wasn't it like 13 million votes? Yeah, I don't remember what the exact count was, but it was a lot. He won by quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, he smashed.
Maybe not the best way. Okay. My wife confirmed that they were jammies that one lady was wearing. Oh, yes, here's another good counter argument from the right about this whole like women don't have any rights and stuff like that. Like, yeah, go to Afghanistan, right? Like, go to Afghanistan and see how many rights you have as a woman. Like, for real.
You don't even have to go there. You can just go to Latin America.
some places, yeah. And the bangs. I'm a pretty level-headed woman, and I am even too emotional. LOL. As a woman, this is so frustrating to watch. Yeah, I agree. It's frustrating. But anyway, speaking of frustrating, I figured we would switch to going from the topic of the fact that Donald Trump won the presidency to talking about a different kind of president. I thought we would compare and contrast the president of presidents with another type of president that currently presides and has been presiding over America and the world since 2018.
Wow. Who's that?
So I think we talked about this a while ago, not recently, because I don't want to bring it up like all the time, because not everybody that's going to watch these is going to be like all about talking about Mormons all the time. But I talk to Mormons, and so I know a little bit about their theology, and trying to evangelize to Mormons and things like that. I don't know too much about this particular human being that we're about to talk about, but he is the current sitting president of the Mormon Church, or I guess we should say the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And he was inaugurated on January 14th of 2018. So there you have it. And I've found out that the office of the president of the Mormon Church actually seems to be a lifelong office. I've never seen a single person. I looked up a list of them all, and it seems like all of them are the president until they die. And then the next person succeeds them. It is a lifelong office, apparently. So that's interesting. And
yeah,
if,
yeah, wow, that's interesting. Lifelong.
Yeah.
So they got him. You know how much their salary is? They probably get some type of money, right?
Well, they actually don't. That's a fun thing about Mormons, is that not a single one of them are officially paid by the Mormon Church.
Officially.
Yeah, caught those air quotes. So they can serve in certain positions that are in different places, whether it be in politics or things like that. And they can get some of the money that goes towards the Mormon Church in order to pay for different projects, things like that. And some of that can go towards them in certain scenarios. But officially speaking, they're all lay persons. They all have like regular jobs, I guess, unless they're retired, I guess. So they're pulling their pension or whatever. So like this particular person, Russell M. Nelson, he is like 100 years old. This dude's ancient, and I don't think he currently works. I think he's retired.
What's his secret?
Yeah, seriously. Apparently it's having a face that I'm gonna pull this image over. Pull this image over here. And actually, you know what? Let me just do this. And then do this. And then do this. Okay, so now you and everybody else can see this as well. So here's his mugshot over here.
I know what it is. It's
Yeah.
those black eyes, those soulless doll's eyes.
Yeah, he's
They'll
got.
pierce your skin. They'll pierce your soul.
Okay, that's as much as I can zoom in, apparently.
And every hole, they'll pierce you in and out. They've got you all about. He's looking straight into your mind. He's controlling you all the time. There it is.
There it is.
Russell M. Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of the actor Craig T. Nelson. Remember him?
No.
Craig T. Nelson from the show sitcom Coach.
Put me in, Coach.
Exactly.
The Quorum of the 12. So it's interesting because they preside over different geographical locations around the world. I think they have the continents broken up either into halves or wholes among the 12 apostles. And they have them broken up there. Because you say like, okay, so there's what, seven continents, right? But if you don't count Antarctica, there's 6. So you would just, take every continent and divvy it up roughly half and half. And that's like each of the Quorum of the 12 is kind of like in charge of different areas. And then under them, they have like another Quorum of the 70, I believe, or 72 or something like that. And they're all in charge of geographical locations throughout the world. And then under them are like more, and then they split it up even more geographically under them. And so there's like all these different denominations and stuff. So because we moved, we're actually in a different location under a different ward. So like I have to talk to different people now. I mean, they're constantly getting switched out anyways. But I'm talking to different people now that I live in a different area. Because geographically I'm like assigned to that ward or whatever. So when I talk to the Mormon missionaries, I talk to those ones now, which is interesting, but that's how they do it. Everything's geographical. They have the entire world broken up geographically into divisions, and each ward, which is like a Mormon church, is in charge of those divisions, and they fall under somebody who falls under somebody who falls under somebody, and eventually you get to the president, Russell M. Nelson. Yeah.
That sounds weird.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about him specifically, but Mormonism as a whole, they believe that there's 3 heavens, and basically everybody goes to the first one. Excuse me.
Isn't it telestial, celestial, and terrestrial?
Yeah, not in the order, but yes, it is. Oh, good job. You get some Mormon points.
Oh, really?
If you save up enough of them, you can buy coffee. So.
Oh, great! Like the merits, the meritorious,
the meritorious system. Yeah, like our friends over at Christ Alone, No Rome.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Very good. Yeah, go check
Mormons,
them out. Christ
baby.
Alone, No Rome. Talking about they're very similar to the Catholic Church actually. The way they operate. I believe that under certain circumstances, when Russell M. Nelson speaks, he speaks the words of God. I mean, he is considered a prophet. He is considered to be one of the mouthpieces of God. Although, to be fair, they believe that everybody more or less can hear from God directly. He has a special weight to his words, and I believe that his official statements at some of the Mormon conferences and stuff like that are considered to be scripture, basically. So when they say things, it's like, oh, well, those are basically scriptures. And they've said some interesting things, mainly about the whole heaven system and how if you make it to the 3rd heaven, you not only get to be with God and Jesus, oh yes, those are two different people, but also you get to have your own planet and populate your planet with babies with your wife or wives. And
Whoa,
once
dude.
you've had enough babies, then you can start the process of sending them down to your planet that you own and having them be Adam and Eve and the whole thing.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Yeah. That's a lot of babies. Can you imagine, like, that's and also thinking about all the miscarriages and stuff, and we currently have 8 billion. Even if you just counted up to 8 billion, do you know how long it would take if you only have one wife to have 8 billion children?
Well, I mean, you're going to be living for eternity, so.
But still, that's a long time.
I don't know.
And what, the kids just wait around like, Mom, Dad, when are you guys going to stop doing it so we can go and have bodies? Like, just 1 minute, honey. Like, we're in the middle of something. Like,
Yeah.
billions of years later. Okay. You got to imagine, like, the oldest child is now, like, very frustrated because they've just been sitting around with their twiddling their thumbs for billions of years, waiting on their parents to stop doing it. It's like, what?
That ain't gonna happen.
I don't get it. I just.
So what about like does it work the same though as on Earth? Because there's no, I mean, I would think there's no fallen nature. So does that actually go for the male organ too? The fact that it's just eternally erect, perpetually like erect.
You know, that's a great question. I don't know the specifics on that. I don't think they do either.
Because and then if it's going to be like, if you can have multiple wives here, so you have multiple spirit wives or whatever.
Yeah, you can definitely have, which is interesting, right? Because the Bible says that, you know, we are all one in Christ Jesus. So, you know, my thought is, well, if one man can have multiple wives, can like one wife have multiple men? Like, it's like,
no.
Or does it just work that one way, right? Because wouldn't that be devaluing the woman to say that a man can have multiple wives, but a wife can't have multiple husbands?
Dude, it's okay. Muslims believe the same thing.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Muhammad,
right.
Come on.
Right. So it's definitely a double standard there because logically speaking, you would think that it should work the other way around if men and women are created equal in God. But I don't think ultimately you can't. I don't think you can make a good argument for men and women being equal in God's sight if a man can have multiple wives.
But the thing is, that's not completely. Thing is, right? Yes, in value, men and women are the same, but there are different roles that male and women have in the church.
Yeah.
Even. So.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going out on a limb on that one, but Solomon would make a great Mormon.
Oh, dude, what do you think Muslims came from, you know?
Well, according to Muslims, they come from Ishmael, which I don't think that's actually been proven scientifically or archaeologically, but that's what they claim. That's what they claim in the book of in the Quran.
Oh, okay, so they came from the bastard child of Abraham. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, although I think according to them, it was the other way around.
I know, he was the chosen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the same people that perverted the whole gospel, right? Because it wasn't Jesus who got crucified. No, it was someone who took his place, like Judas and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. You're 600 years too late. History says no.
Survey says Yeah, so Russell M. Nelson is a Mormon. And and he has some interesting views. I tried to find some of his views on things, and I think basically he's pretty much got the normal views of a Mormon, which is the whole like spirit heaven and you know, just Mormons. I don't know. Let's all be good little Mormon boys and girls. And they ultimately have a works-based religion because in order to get to the highest form of heaven, you have to be good enough. You have to do enough things to make it into that highest form of heaven. And it's tricky, right? Because they would say, oh, yes, it is by faith alone that we are saved in Christ. But what they mean is, one, it's not the same Jesus. Two, when they say saved, they mean saved into the second heaven, because they think that non-Mormon Christians go to the second heaven. So, like, you're good, but you're not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you're covered by Jesus' blood, but that's not enough to make it into the third heaven. So you get to be in the second one, and you get to see Jesus sometimes, because Jesus comes and visits the second heaven. So you get to
what's
see
up,
Jesus.
bro?
Yeah, he comes and says hi every now and then. But ultimately, him and the Father live in the third heaven. The other thing that's weird is, if you're going to go populate your own planet, like, wouldn't you not be with the Father then, if you're, like, off somewhere, creating babies and stuff? So that's interesting. Although, and he also thinks that the phrase ex nihilo is pretentious. It says, through the ages, some without scriptural understanding, that's ironic, have tried to explain our existence by pretentious words such as ex nihilo, which means out of nothing. Oh, that's what it means. Oh, okay. So he's ultimately making an argument against evolution, old Earth evolution, which, that's another topic. But I think it's interesting how he thinks that ex nihilo is something that specifically evolutionary people use. No, it is not, actually. I wouldn't consider myself in either camp, really. I kind of just try to stay out of the whole topic of, that, because I think ultimately it comes down to salvation. When it comes down to the salvation mindset, like what does it mean for somebody to be saved? It's like, do you believe that God could make the earth in 7 billion years, or that he could make it in 6 days, literal days? If you don't think that he could have done it one way or the other, then that's maybe another question. That's maybe a topic that's worth talking about. But if you just think that that's the way he did it, and you don't have any issue with if he could have done it another way, then I think that's fine. That's kind of where I land. It's like, okay, as long as you believe that God is big enough to do it either way, and that God did it, and God's sovereign, and God's in charge, then I don't really have an issue with what people believe about old Earth versus young Earth. But ex nihilo is literally Genesis 1:1. So,
Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, if you're one of his, you're his, period. Doesn't matter what you believe in the young or old Earth, I mean, to me. But yeah, there is a verse. There is something that came up, though, with the Mormon thing, as far as the, because you mentioned that they believe in faith and grace and stuff. But there is that one verse that they go to in one of their Mormon books that says, after all we can do.
Yeah.
Works, which means false.
Oh, this is
we are
interesting.
saved by grace through faith in Christ alone, and it is a gift.
Yeah.
Not of works.
Not
no
of
one
any
can
works,
boast.
lest a man should boast.
It
For
is
we are God's
all
workmanship,
God.
created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which He's prepared in advance for us to do.
In the first place. Starts with him, finishes with him, period.
Amen.
We have nothing to do with it. It's all him. Amen.
Did you know that Russell M. Nelson also potentially believes in the prosperity gospel? Look at that. Here's the quote.
Give me an example of that. What do you mean?
We preach tithing to the poor people of the world because the poor people of the world have had cycles of poverty, generation after generation. That same poverty continues from one generation to another until people pay their tithing. So if you tithe, you won't be poor anymore. If you just tithe, you won't be poor. That's
but I'm sure
crazy.
none of them get any of the money.
Yeah. The Mormon Church has a lot of money. Like a lot of money.
I know.
Like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he we have two presidents right now, Russell M. Nelson and Donald Trump, and both of them have a lot of power. The Mormon Church is not a church to be trifled with, let me tell you, because they have a lot of power. But you know who has more power than Donald Trump and Russell M. Nelson combined?
Ah.
Jesus.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you win. You won.
I did?
You did.
What'd I win?
My wife answered in the text before. Oh, yes, Latin is pretentious, to answer your question. Yeah, you're definitely pretentious if you use Latin. So, Anno Domini, Soli Deo
wow.
Gloria. Yeah. Oh, Semper Fidelis. All Marines are pretentious then as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All Marines, all Catholics, I guess all Reformed. Yeah.
Oh man.
All probably Orthodox.
Yeah, they
Use
use
a bunch
Latin
of-
too sometimes.
There's a lot of weird stuff though.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting theological terms.
Oh, and then for the AI thing, I have an interesting, not really an article or a video or anything, but something interesting that a guy at church was doing. So I go to this like men's Bible study thing, and the guy there, you know how like when you're gonna create a video of yourself reading a script or whatever, you have to kind of like read the script, but you don't want to look like you're reading the script. But then you also don't want to have to try to make too many cuts of yourself.
Right.
So he's like,
you don't want to cut yourself too much.
Right. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, well, why don't I just deep fake myself?" So he did. He deep faked himself, and that way he can like stare right at the camera and talk, and he's talking from the script, but it's a deep fake of himself. And so he's reading from the script perfectly without blinking or looking away from the camera at all, because it's not really his face.
So like he has an animation of himself basically?
No, it's him. It's him. It's AI deepfake tech. So it's just him.
But he's still doing he's still literally doing everything.
No. He just has a picture of his face, and like how you see me right now, like but like an AI generated version of me.
Right.
And that version is talking and saying all the things that he wants it to say off of a script.
Oh, so he doesn't even have to talk, he types it in is what you're saying, and it reads it.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it sounds like him too.
Wow, okay.
So
that's cool.
And he did all the videos that way. The videos for the Bible study. And I was like, "Oh, that's genius." Like you can tell, you know, that it's not him, like if you're really looking for it, but if you're not really paying attention, like at first I was like, okay, it seems a little off, but like, you know, whatever, you know. Like I didn't think anything of it. I was just thinking like it just seemed a little off the way it was going, but until he said it was deep fake, I didn't actually know. Really, you know. I was just like,
plus nowadays everyone knows that you know lots of people use that type of stuff. So when they hear it, it's like, yeah, that's cool. You know, whatever. They understand, you know. So
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Using it for Christ's glory. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I thought I would share that. Normally, you know, we try to keep things light with politics, religion, and AI. But I guess, you know, we are ending the show on a lighter note for real this time.
For sure. I like it.
Talking about
that like on YouTube, or is that like a private thing?
You know, I think you can find his stuff on YouTube. That's a good question. I wonder if I could find it. Let's see. I have his number saved in my phone, but I'm blanking right now on his name. David, Danny. Man, I cannot think of his name right now. It starts with a D. But anyways, I think you could find it. I don't know. I mean, he was pulling it up on YouTube, but it could have been that he had it set to private or something like that, and he was just looking at it from his YouTube page. So I don't know for sure, but yeah. And the study that he's got is called Legacy. I think you can buy it. It's like on the Amazon store and stuff like that. So it's like Legacy something. I bought the Kindle version. Even though he handed out the books for free in class because I'm bad with books. So I was like, I'm going to just get the Kindle version of this because... Wait, my wife texted me. Oh, did she also put it in the thing? Oh, okay, she did. Okay, she just put it in. Yeah, Dustin Royer. Dusty Royer. Yeah. I knew it started with a D. Yeah. So you can catch him on YouTube, I think, but you can also find his book. I think it's called Legacy, Dustin Royer. It's kind of like the purpose-driven legacy book. It's kind of like that a little bit. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So shout out to my friend, and you can get his stuff on Amazon. Check him out. So
cool.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. That's not a paid sponsorship. Once we can have more than like 5 people at a time, then we'll definitely start talking to like Pepsi and stuff and be like, all right, Pepsi, we've got 10 people watching at once. So what you got for me? I will drink a Pepsi every episode.
Boom.
My wife said I'm your biggest fan. Thanks, love.
That's
sometimes
beautiful.
She's the only fan. Not like that.
That's how you were able to get your new house.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Nope. Definitely not. But yeah, so yeah, presidents, right? I think ultimately the president that we need to be really rooting for is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, right? The president of presidents. And that is King Jesus. So
amen. I totally agree. Christ is the ultimate king. He is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, right? So the fact that President Trump is in there is because God ordained that, which is, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We will.
He's the ultimate one in charge,
Yeah.
So, hallelujah. All glory to him.
I'll check my bank account and I'll let you know how that's going. But yeah, I mean, I was doing better, when Trump was in office last time. Even with COVID, I was still doing better. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I guess that about does it for the JK Talk show with Kyle and Joe.
Yo. What do you know? Have a great week. Let's go.
So check out the stuff in the description below. Like and subscribe. Go check out all the things. There's a link. You can send it to all of your friends who don't know Jesus or if they voted for Kamala. And it's titled, Are You a Good Person? And they can take the quiz and find out if they're a good person. Actually, I don't know if it's actually a quiz. It's just an article. But it will let you know if you're a good person or not. And for everybody else who's not a Kamala supporter, if you want to donate on Patreon, you can go check us out there and make a year-end donation on Patreon. So we will catch y'all in the next one. Whoop, whoop,
Gotcha.
Later, y'all.